Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPS.
I'm Katie.
The giant three-headed dog which guards the river Styx is named Cerberus, and was so named by Hades. The name Cerberus, in Latin, translates to spotted. Hades named his dog Spot.
I actually like that a lot.
So cute.
That's one of his better ones, isn't it? Better? Yes, good.
Yeah.
And I'm Cameron.
Keep going.
Use the hashtag Geeks Corner to talk about ancient Grecian legends, or, Pixar, because we're probably going to talk about that a lot more.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
As you can see, we are decked out for Pixar tonight, as Pixar Pier is now open at Disney California Adventure.
Deck the set with lots of Pixar.
And I thought we did a decent job of covering the opening of Pixar Pier. Don't you think? If we can pat ourselves on the back for a second.
Amounts, so I hope
so we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think somebody was there on Sunday. I don't know who. And you were there Monday, and I was there today. So that's like 6 days of nonstop coverage of Pixar Pier.
Get on our level.
And, well, now we're just crazy, and we want it only the best for you. But out of this, we got some cool swag and stuff. So this stuff over here, kind of, I guess from Wally to that way, is from the media event. And then on the other wall, except for also that bag is that teal?
Yeah.
Was from the preview party thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get started, and let's actually start with the party, because that's what everybody wants to know about.
Oh, do
they? You spent $300 to go to Disney California Adventure Park and go to Pixar Pier before everybody else, except for the media that was there the night before, day before.
Humble brag.
Humble brag.
No, I'm making sure everybody's correct. $300 for a day early. Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Keep going.
That was one of my favorite experiences at Disneyland, period.
Go on.
And I think
You're already boring Cameron, so you better
perfect.
get
So
more
I should probably
excited.
talk faster. Part of it ties back into the economics of Disney, is that it was very expensive, and people, the market honestly decided that it was too expensive, and so a lot of people decided not to go. So the party didn't sell out, and some people saw that as a failure, and I saw that as an amazing success for me, because while there was still a lot of people, there's probably like 1,000 or 2,000, I honestly don't know the exact numbers, it didn't sell out, and there was space, there was not crowds, I could walk onto any attraction, the only lines were for food. I got into Lamplight Lounge, and I got a really awesome swag bag with merchandise that you actually can't get anywhere else. Like, they are not even selling anything similar to this.
How many times did you go on Incredicoaster?
6 times that night. And then my favorite part was at the beginning of the night, all the cast members who are obviously excited that Incredicoaster is reopened. And at first, they're all in their actual positions and in their rotations. And then by the end of the night, they're like, just seat yourself wherever. We don't care. Like, groupers didn't care. They're like, as long as you're on that side, just the train will come. It's fine. Like, and they didn't care who you were sitting with. Like, I could sit there and wait for a train to be completely empty if I wanted to. And they'd be like, okay, like, whatever, do your thing.
I wouldn't mind my own train.
And that was the thing, was I didn't have to sit there and like I wasn't being forced into cars with strangers, which is bad.
Yeah, that's a good life advice right there.
Not good.
Well, you didn't know? Yeah.
I was gonna say, you said that with such confidence of a person who's learned this.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't matter how good the candy is. But I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm an incredibly introverted person who doesn't like crowds. And when I went opening day, I went to take a step back to do something, and I was like, oh my god, I'm running into 1,000 people. I was like, oh, this made the party that much more worth it, because I just don't do well in big crowds at all, in the slightest. And so the fact that I had all this breathing room, and there was also a lot more characters out Friday night.
Yeah, that was a jackpot for
There
characters.
was some really rare characters.
There were more characters than we had.
People.
Yeah. So what was your favorite rare character you saw?
Boo. Boo in her little monster costume.
That was pretty cute.
It was so cute. I did also like Remy and Emile.
Yeah.
And Remy and Sully actually had a dance-off at one point.
You should always be careful with Remy and Emile, and Sully too, but specifically Remy and Emile.
Oh yeah. It was
Emil has a hard time walking sometimes.
Go to dapsmagic.com to learn more about how hard of a time Emil has had walking.
I love that everybody knows exactly what I'm talking. It's a good video.
But I feel like
I'll show you after
we'll
the show.
show you. I feel like every time I turned around, there was a new character, and I was like, where are we even? Where are they coming from? They're falling from the sky. The sky is falling. Not a Pixar movie, but thank you.
So Chicken Little or Cloudy with the Chance Meatballs?
Chicken Little.
Okay, cool.
Not meatballs falling from the sky, but honestly, and the whole time, I mean, you guys can replay the tapes. I thought the Pixar premiere party was stupid. I thought the people who spent $300 were stupid. I only went because I didn't think that we were, I thought that was going to be our first access to it. And then when it turned out that wasn't going to be our first access to it, I was mad that I was going. I was like, why am I spending $300? This is dumb. But I had so much fun. And honestly, the next time there's a premiere party, I'm most likely going to go because of how much fun I had at this event.
Cameron, do you have any questions for Katie about her premiere experience?
Yes,
that was premiere.
Rare characters. Were the Power Rangers back?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
cool.
wouldn't believe it.
Yep.
But Disney's Hollywood Studios, we also got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Great.
Yeah.
Disney history, friends. No, legitimate question.
Yeah.
Of the characters you saw there, is it Boo or was it someone else that was your favorite? And how easy was it to take pictures with him?
So Boo actually
Good question.
Boo actually surprised me. Boo is definitely my favorite because
Did she say boo?
No. She went I don't know if I've ever seen Boo in the parks before, honestly. I couldn't even tell you the last time she made an appearance at Disneyland, so that was absolutely my favorite. And there was a dance party going on, and that was probably the last half hour of the night, I think. And so I walked over, and I was actually just trying to take pictures of the Space Mountain ball that is now the Pixar ball. That like rolls and has that water. And then I hear a host come up behind me. I was like, I'm just trying to take a picture. Then I see that it's Boo, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, sure. And then there was a line following her, and I probably got behind 5 people and waited a total of 2 minutes.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
The ball.
Yes.
Is that literally the one from Tomorrowland? Because I've not been in Tomorrowland since.
No. The one in
Okay, 'cause
Tomorrowland is still there.
The comment I immediately made was, that looks like the Tomorrowland ball.
It's
No,
the same
they're both
concept.
there.
I was going to say you scared me, but
No.
those, I like
It's
that.
surprisingly refreshing too. Like I was surprised when I saw it
You
on.
drink the water from it, and it gives you life.
Tongue right onto the ball. Just
Yeah, I'm 10 years younger because I.
Well, he was at the media event. There was no kid germs yet.
No, it is
It was
a really.
clean.
I think one of the things they did really well with Pixar Pier is it doesn't feel quite as hot as it did before. And I think they added a couple of trees.
Yes.
And
There.
that's there. And the water actually from Incredicoaster, that's like there's just more water and trees throughout the area. And I think it really added a. I mean, it was still hot. Like today was still very warm, but at least you looked over here and you have that cool Incredibles logo, and they've got the waterfall behind it, and then you've got Dash running by, the water squirting up, and then you've got the ball, and you've got the trees, and it just doesn't feel quite as desolate as it did before.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, what was your favorite? You went to Lamplight, and to me that's one of the best parts of Pixar Pier.
Yes.
I noticed today when I walked in, it was late morning and the line was already wrapped around the building, and I'm like, this is going to be the new normal because I'm going to say it's 10 times better than
Grotto.
well, the Grotto and Cove
Cove
Bar.
Bar.
Like this is so much better than that was.
Absolutely.
And the theming is related to something that we all have emotional attachments to. It's food is better. I think the service was much better.
Oh, yeah.
The drinks are fun and whimsical.
Yes.
Like it was a full experience for food as opposed to, and the location is great too.
Yeah.
But it was a complete experience as opposed to the Cove Bar. You had a great location, but the experience really was what you brought to it. Like it was a cool location that you just kind of had an emotional attachment to, but you weren't like, oh yeah, this is related to my surroundings really.
Cove Bar was just a place to get drinks.
Yeah, and
At the end of the day,
and
that's what it
lobster
was.
nachos, which are still there.
Yes.
But going back to my initial question, Lamplight Lounge, favorite food, go.
Potato skins.
Cool.
They're more like potato cakes than potato skins,
Yeah.
really.
I wouldn't call them potato skins
I wouldn't
if
call
I
them
were.
potato skins. But they have
Did
like
you guys get anything else?
we got poke, lobster nachos. Caitlin got the toast,
The deviled eggs.
and Moomy got
The carne asada roll.
carne
Okay.
asada roll.
And would you say the potato skins were the best
I got
also?
the potato skins at the event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So compare of what of the stuff from whatever day when you guys were all there, what was the best?
Well, I mean, I ate Jenny's lobster nachos because
Lobster
fat.
nachos.
Fat. I was hungry. I didn't like my poke.
Okay, so that's apparently not a home run.
I didn't love it. The watermelon infused soy sauce was weird. It made me uncomfortable. But
They didn't have to infuse it right in front of you. Those poor watermelons.
poor watermelons. I thought that Murray's carne asada roll was surprisingly really good.
Okay.
I didn't know what to expect with it because I was like, this is sushi, but it's not fish,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't really know. But surprisingly very good.
And I guess there's a peanut butter and jelly roll too that I've heard good things
I think
about.
that's downstairs at the kids
Okay.
menu.
Oh, okay. Well, who cares? You know, it's
I eat off the
still
kids
good.
menu all the time.
You haven't been there yet. Is
I've
that
not.
correct?
Yes.
So you gotta go because you're gonna love it.
I do like food.
Well, I think you're gonna love the food, but you're also really gonna enjoy the experience of walking around, especially the lobby and then going downstairs. Like, I would just walk downstairs and check it out anyway.
I've seen some of the details, and I like the boot with the hope in it and stuff.
Right.
I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, that's adorable.
And there's lots of those details around, like everywhere. Go ahead.
I will say that it feels like the staff creating the menu noticed the appeal of the secret menu and they expanded their menu like crazy because honestly at this point I don't feel a need to order off the secret menu because the drinks on the actual menu are so good. There's no need to be like, can I pull up Google? Can I get this really weird drink that you might not know how to make? They have,
I've heard people love it when you do that.
oh yeah.
Also, did you just hand your phone to the server? Was that pantomime what you just did?
So what you do at
Hope you don't have an
Starbucks when you
iPhone
have
10.
a secret menu is you just go like this. That's what you do. Anyway, it's true. You just go make. But there's pages of drinks. I like the last page on the top, like upstairs is just the food, but it's like 6 solid pages of non-alcoholic mocktails and of actual drinks. It's crazy. So I feel
And
like
they're fun. Like, the menu was a lot of fun too.
the menu itself, it's not a menu, it's a sketchbook.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like a sketchbook, and
It's so fun.
They really did a good job with that. Did you get to walk around it all downstairs?
A little bit. 'Cause, we
Did you
took a
find
trip to the bathroom.
a favorite detail down there?
So I really liked the quote wall. There's a picture of me in front of Mr. Grumpy
There's actually
Gills.
one upstairs and downstairs for that.
What?
That is your new mission, to find that.
Mission breakout.
I saw it.
You saw it. She didn't see. She'll have to find it.
I see
All right,
nothing.
keep going.
But I also like the chandelier, and I saw a quote on both of them, and it forced me to look up the quote because it was something about you have to get through the fear to see the beauty on the other side, and I was like, I don't know what that's from. Y'all, it's from The Good Dinosaur. That's what that was from. I was like, that's a beautiful quote. Why don't I remember it? Good Dinosaur.
Dozens of people knew that.
That's accurate. That is a good quote.
The dozens of people that have seen The Good
Literally
Dinosaur
in the tens of people.
have seen that movie. But yeah, so I didn't get to explore much of downstairs because it was closed off during the party. But I thought that the quote, and I really like the shirts from the
shirt
Pixar
wall.
team. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
We actually have details on that on the website as well. From the pictures you saw, you said you liked the boot with hope.
Yeah, the hope thing.
Okay, cool.
Just because I feel like it wasn't. I like when elements are not explained, but they're allowed to be discovered, and I feel like that's what a lot of the design aesthetic is.
Yeah, and I think of all of Pixar Pier, it is the closest to feeling like you're actually on the Pixar campus, and it's not exact, but they kind of brought elements that felt very much like you're up in Emeryville. There's the car table that has the die-cast cars in it, and the wall. The brick wall downstairs kind of feels like it too, but it's definitely worth checking out. It by far is the best food. I don't know if I wouldn't say in the entire park, but it's right up there with Carthay for me. I would pick those two right now as my top two food locations. Also there that I liked a lot though was at the Poultry Palace. The baked fried chicken, whatever that thing is, was surprisingly good. I didn't know what to expect because they gave it to me in a box. and
Yeah, it comes in like a Happy Meal box.
I
Yeah.
like the box.
And I will admit there was a bit of a stigma when they handed me the box. I should have kept it for you. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it.
Box.
But when they handed it to me, I was kind of like, okay, we'll see how this is. And it turned out to be one of my favorite bites of the night. And Murray and I went through and had everything that you could eat in Pixar Pier in one night. In 3 hours, it was bad. We were both. I will admit, if you watch our video of us doing this, the last one we had was the adorable snowman, and I had the parfait and he had the ice cream cone, and we both took one bite for the video, and then we were like running for the
You
garbage
can
can
just watch the life drain out of his eyes very slowly.
it was kind of rough. Like, but the great part about it was there was nothing through the entire day where we were like, oh man, we have to eat this, and there was nothing like, oh, I would never eat this again, and that's a win in itself when you can literally go through an entire area land and be like, hey, I liked it all.
Yeah.
I love Area Land. It's my favorite of the theme.
One of the roughest things to eat though was after we'd had dinner at Lamplight and we ate everything, it seemed like, is then we went to the cookie.
1, 2, 3. Jack Cookie Num Nums.
Yeah.
You didn't do it. You didn't do it. I wanted you to say it with me. And
Anyway.
this is why you don't trust anyone.
I don't know what happened.
Jack Cookie Num Num!
But anyway, went there and had the actual cookie that is this chocolate chip cookie that's like this big, and that
Cookie cake thing.
yeah, it's delicious, isn't it?
Yes, it's very good.
We all had it.
Yes.
I've had
Was
it
it
twice.
warm and like
Oh, yeah.
oozing when you had it?
It was much goo.
Okay,
Yes.
talk about it.
Jack's Cookie Num Nums the thing I liked most about it was, one, that you just go around the corner and then it's like, this is the freshest cookie we could possibly give you. I like that they're just like, and go.
It's what I wish they'd always do at the end of Haunted Mansion during holiday.
It's just gingerbread cookies? Yeah.
No, because you smell the cookie
Yeah.
in the
Which, by
attraction.
the way, could you
and
smell
then-
a cookie on the ride, or
yeah,
was that just my brain?
that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Okay, cool.
Which
I
is
just
what
wanna
they
make sure.
do on Haunted Mansion Holiday, and I've always wanted them to sell gingerbread at the end, and they don't. But they did it here, so good.
As
Continue.
opposed to that. And this is actually a comment on all the food in the area. Stay.
Spock!
Good boy.
Spock, you're tied.
All the food in the area, but especially the cookie. All of it is designed to be going in lines, and including the cookie. And I think that was excellent foresight.
Wait, what do you
on
mean
the
by
end.
that?
As in the box for the chicken, the hot
Oh,
dogs in
yeah,
the crate.
you're right.
Everything is meant to be carried and stood in line with. It was an excellent, subtle design choice.
That's a very good point.
From some designer looked at food design in conjunction with the attractions they were making, and I noticed it most with the cookie because it comes in a tray and there's no reason for a cookie to come in a tray that way, other than production through to make it gooey and to make it containable to move out. So they thought that through, and I like that.
I like the milk. Because I was... Milk. I had it with the 1% milk because I don't love myself on Friday night. 1% milk isn't milk. I'm so sorry. I was raised on 1% milk. It's not milk. And then Saturday I had it at 9 in the morning. Yeah, 9 in the morning. First thing I ate with the vanilla almond milk. And that was so glorious. It was... both times. I didn't finish it at the party. I probably ate the center. And then I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't eat any more of this. And then I split it on Saturday. And it was, it just makes me happy.
My wife and I shared one, and I'm a hefty eater, so don't give one per person.
No,
Yeah,
there's no
don't
way
get
I
one
could
per
finish
person.
it.
Yeah.
Like, at one bite and I was dying.
Yeah. It's
Like, I loved
Best
it.
possible way.
Yeah, I was... That I could have fallen asleep right there in front of Incredicoaster and been very happy.
Why is Mr. Daps asleep? Because he had Jack Cookie Num Num.
I just like the idea. Mr. Daps just nom cookie.
No, cookie!
Cookie.
Actually, when we lose Mr. Daps in theme parks, we have to walk around with cookies going, num cookie!
Nom cookie.
Num,
That's a video I want to see. Okay.
You're our Jack.
Huh?
You're our Jack.
Oh, okay. That's
Why do you think he never takes off the hat?
fire.
Fire.
Is that okay? Now it all makes sense. Do we have a meme, Tyler?
Probably.
Okay, let's look for a meme
Might.
as I'm looking at the time. So we talked about the cookies. Right next to that is Incredicoaster.
Yeah.
You've been on it a few times.
7.
I
Yes.
too
I'm
have been on
sure.
it.
I am sure there's somebody that's been on it more times than you.
I
I
hope
just
so.
don't know who that person is. Please find them interwebs and let us know.
I have dialogue in the ride memorized.
Please quickly
Right, go.
review. No. Please quickly review in a non-spoiler fashion this attraction.
Really cool things that there's some things you can see from the ground. Like there was the dash that everyone had already seen and there was pictures of everywhere. But there's a lot of things, not only in the tunnels, but outside the tunnels that are hidden from view on the ground that are
Unless you
really
know where to look.
Unless you know where to
Yeah.
look. But when I went on it the first time, I was like, where was that? I didn't see that. And you would think it'd be in plain sight. So I think that the effects are really fun and surprising. Jenny had the same reaction that I did when she went on it the first time, which was, ooh!
I was expecting that. Mhm.
But I did the same thing when I rode the first time because I was just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And that's it. The ride is very ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
And Cameron.
And Cameron. My favorite part of the ride is actually the beginning and the end dioramas that they have.
Those are good.
Which you cannot really see unless you're on the attraction. They feature my favorite Incredibles character and are absolutely wonderful and really, really good use of both physical and digital. I thought that was a good blend of the two.
Cool. Okay. And how would you rate this?
What's the scale? Thumbs? I'm going to go... I mean, 2 thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good use of space. The tunnels thing was taking some getting used to as they were putting them in, but now knowing what they're for and how they're used, I think it was a really good choice on their part. And it surprised me now, having been there 2 days where it was operating with guests experiencing it or whatever. It's really fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a different, I guess, energy coming out of the people riding it than just a roller coaster. And that's being thrown into the story and stuff too. So
And
I
you
think
did
that
a great
helps.
job on the score.
Funny story about that though.
You have 2 funny stories about that.
2 times on Thursday was I mistaken for Michael Chiquinho.
One of them was better than the other.
One of them we took a selfie with because he walked up. Hi, Danny. Not that Danny. Sorry, it's Danny from.
Oh,
Disneyland.
I thought. Ooh, wah, wah, wah.
He got an unshout out.
We got a snub. That's kind of like a shout out.
That's our version of a shout out.
Anyway, so
Got wrecked.
he walked up and he's like, he said hi to me, and then he asked me if I was Michael. And I was like, no. And so that led to a conversation.
Don't you know the rules of improv? Yes, and.
But then, no, the cool part was then I said I was Mr. Daps. He's like, I've been watching your show for 6 years. And it was cool.
Do you think Michael Giacchino was running DAPS Magic? I mean, he's not wrong. I'm just curious.
And then I had a comment on my Instagram with my selfie with Edna Mode thanking me for the new soundtrack on
Very good.
on Incredicoaster. So it was a very
I don't know what's a meme and what's real anymore, and I love it.
I don't know what's going on. Like
I think every time someone claims you are him, you should just on the spot compose something for them right there.
I can do that,
Here's the
Hey,
theme song
check
for
this
your
out.
life. Go.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, that's for you. Take that
That's-
home.
but I could whistle it.
Just for you.
Yeah,
That'd be a fun
you
segment,
know
wouldn't
music.
it?
You could do it.
We could do that.
We can.
Pull out the
It'd
melodica.
be fun.
Melodica,
No.
good.
Carry
yeah.
the melodic on you all
do we have
times.
that? Do we have that meme?
Good segue, yes.
All right, because that's the next attraction we're gonna go to, and Bailey made this. They said it'd be fun. Why don't we live stream our reactions? Yeah. Why don't we live stream our doom? That was the Pixar Pal Around,
Yeah.
and Murray and I thought it would be a great. Murray thought it would be a great idea, and I went along with it to live stream our experience on it, and mine kept cutting out, but the Facebook one worked pretty well. So we went on Pixar Pal Around, and it's a fun ride. I like it. We should all go on it together.
Okay.
The swingy one.
It's buckets of fun.
It is buckets of fun. And Jenny's going to go on it with us. Right, Jenny?
Nope.
Jenny's going to go on it. And we're going to stream her.
You'll go on Incredicoaster and not.
Incredicoaster is way more intense.
No.
Yes, it is. No?
Different form.
I will agree, different form.
I was actually surprised at how mellow it actually was because, like, I hadn't been on it since before I think Cars
Depends on
Land
how
opened.
the weight distribution is.
That's true. You don't want to go on with me on one side because I make that bad boy.
You don't
go.
want-
I
go on it
definitely
alone.
want to go on it with you now. Like, this will be fun. We're
Going
doing
on it
this.
alone and there's no one to counterbalance you. I almost hit my face on the seat in front of me because
Yeah.
of how.
Oh no,
like,
that almost happens. Yeah, that's what
not
makes
funny.
it's fun. Okay, so you're not a huge fan of Pixar Pal
no,
Around,
I
or you
do.
do?
I
Oh, you
love
do
it.
like it. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you go on it or?
I haven't gone on it since the revamp, but I assume the actual motion is much the
It's
same.
very
you
much
would be
the
very
same.
surprised about what they changed.
The view is so much better now.
It is.
Like since before Cars Land, it was amazing to me.
BC.
Yeah, BC. Yeah.
Before Cars Land.
But I really enjoyed it. So going back, I mean, they've already announced the additions coming to Pixar Pier. We know we're going to have the Inside Out neighborhood finished within a year, or in about a year, and then they're going to have the Jesse's Critter Carousel opening up, which I think is going to be fun, just because that little area with the waterfall, the incredible waterfall, is
The
really cool.
Incredible waterfall.
That's one of my favorite pictures I took. I don't know if I've posted it, but it's that logo with the waterfall, and I shot it through a tree, and so it just kind of framed. And it was pretty, yeah. So I think that's going to be cool moving forward. But if you were completely in charge, we'll end with this tonight. What would you add to Pixar Pier? Go.
I'd add a new store. Al's Toy Barn.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be very cool.
I would add more food options.
To like take over Paradise Gardens.
Yeah.
I would too. I would expand it through Paradise Gardens, and I think that'd be a really cool thing. One other thing that we forgot. There's been entertainment that's been added. So the Pixarmonic Orchestra is now at what I assume is its permanent home. Really fun over there.
cute.
But they also added an incredible float to Paint the Night Parade. What did you think of the float? You're not a fan. What do you think?
It's bright and shiny.
It is bright and shiny.
It's really bright.
What's funny is when the part we saw, not all the lights were on because it was going through its cycle.
Gotcha.
So I think it was much brighter for what you saw than what I saw.
It was blinding.
Wow.
My problem with it, and I'm so sorry, Michael Chiquinho, but the music doesn't work. I feel like the paint theme is trying to fight with the Incredibles theme too much, and as everything else
And the
is...
Incredibles always win.
The Incredibles win, but it doesn't sound paint enough.
I'll have to pay attention more to that next time.
It was just my brain was trying to process, because everything else is like the paint soundtrack, but in the style of... Yes?
Did Night Owl have anything to do with the Incredibles float? Because he did literally the soundtrack for the parade when it came out. So if he had nothing to do with that float, that could be why it's not as cohesive.
It's a very good question. I don't know.
Curious.
know.
I want to know that answer now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
For me, it's a mental hurdle. The design for the Underminer's drill isn't the same as the one that's in the movie, and rather looks much more like a design aesthetic from a video game called BioShock. And because I can no longer see anything else, it's ruined for me.
It's over.
So neither of you liked it.
I don't love it.
It's not my favorite element of the parade.
Yes.
I don't think it was my favorite either, but I thought it was... I actually liked taking pictures of it. I thought it was
I
a
haven't
fun...
seen it through a lens, so...
Well, and that's what I'm living through half the time. And I don't actually... Like, I remember hearing the music, but I wasn't completely thrown off by it because I was more trying to figure out how to get a picture. And it was bright because I do remember having to flip my settings from previous... I think it was a Princess float before it. And then kind of like, and fixing that, but...
to end of Harry Potter settings?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was a little bit... I guess it was bright. I'll have to go watch it again this weekend and see what I think of it.
Yeah.
I like the storytelling elements.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we'd been on the other side so I could see Jack better.
He's fun.
But
A little scary,
I didn't
but
even
he's
know
fun.
Jack was on it.
so you were on the same side as me.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was good though. I liked the Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. Violet was really cool, like the ball thing.
I thought that was really well
like
done.
or her shield thing. I thought that was really cool. It was nice being able to see Frozone easily. Like I feel like
Surfing the boat.
well, I was kind of worried that they wouldn't light all of their... I was worried we'd only see the white part of the suit and the yellow part of the suit because I was worried it was going to be too dark, and I shouldn't have been because they're going to light it like crazy, but,
It's true.
you know, whatever. So do you like it better or worse than Frozen's? float?
Frozen float. I think I was in the minority. I really enjoyed the Frozen float, personally.
Okay.
I liked Frozen better.
Okay, so you guys are those frozen.
Contrarians. Yeah.
That's okay.
Frozen beats
It's allowed.
Frozone.
All right, well, we're running out of time for tonight, guys. What do you want to add?
Wait,
Oh, that's the
Hi.
important part.
that's the important
That's the
part.
important part.
So we get to work with really cool people
Like
here
us.
at DAPS Magic, and some of them are these fine people here, but others are
Over there.
people that aren't here and have been here before. And one of our absolute favorite people on the internet and beyond is Amanda Jane. And talk about why you're wearing her lovely jewelry tonight.
Well, I'm wearing her lovely jewelry because she did a soft opening for her shop because she just returned from hiatus, and so she had some bangles and they were actually on sale. And when you bought bangles from her pre-sale, then you got a promo code for when her shop actually opens with the necklaces
Double win.
and the rings and all those things. But my exciting announcement is that come officially, I believe in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be an Amanda Jane Designs brand ambassador. I'm going to have some discount codes. And it's going to be really, really fun. And you're going to see a lot of Amanda Jane Designs on my Instagram. And it's just the best. Like, she's the best.
She is. Favorite thing about Amanda Jane?
I really like that the references she make aren't all the super mainstream popular ones, but really niche stuff that you can go, that's something I really enjoy.
Yep.
I love the ability to personalize things. If you reach out to her and you're like, is there a way to tweak this? Just like, she's more than happy to do it. And she's incredibly sweet and accommodating.
She's one of the nicest, realest, most down-to-earth people you're ever going to meet. We always love having her on Geeks Corner. You're always welcome, Amanda. And we are super happy that her shop's open
Yes.
again. It's been closed for a year or so.
Year and a half.
Year and a half. So welcome back, Amanda, and we look forward to having you back here.
Yay!
All right,
Now the
Cameron,
show's over.
If you
take us
want to
out
go
of
see
here.
the episodes that Amanda,
Take us
Amanda
home.
was on before, or any of the previous episodes with all of our amazing guests and mostly us, go to thegeekscorner.com. That's thegeekscorner.com to watch what you're watching now.
Head over to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney news as it happens and all the other geeky news, and subscribe to our mailing list.
And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Find us on social media. We've got some good stuff going on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else. But connect with us. We'd love to keep the conversation going. But that is all the time we have for you this week. And so we will see you around the corner.